Hi, I'm Michael Sansolo, and welcome to another episode of Shopping with Michael. Now, it's that huge part of your supermarket, you know, the section that's filled mostly with items and packages, cans, tins, and bags. It's the center of the store, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Most shoppers probably don't realize how much time and money they actually spend in the center of the store because we're usually thinking about those perimeter departments. But in truth, we spend about 2/3 of our money in the supermarket in the center of the store among all those boxes and bags. And here's what's been going on. As our tastes have changed, the center of the store has changed as well in countless ways. I want to show you a couple of products that demonstrate some of these points of change. Let's start with something really simple, something we've been buying forever, crackers, right? What could change with a cracker? Well, you'll notice crackers have added new flavors, new textures, new ways of being positioned. These are a flatbread, so it's giving you a different taste, plus it's a crisp. But here's what also is happening in crackers, the new flavors. Here's one, fig and olive. Now, I gotta be honest, I don't know if I would have put fig and olive together. I like both flavors, and now I get a cracker that's instead of sort of a bland taste, the cracker itself has a load of taste. But new tastes don't end there. Let's go to the soup category. And again, something we've shopped forever. We're seeing a lot change in soups. First, as you look at these two boxes, soup no longer just comes in cans. Sometimes it comes in boxes, easy to store, easy to carry home, because it's real light. New flavors coming in. This one is a Thai curry, because we're all eating different cuisines, and now we can make a Thai curry soup really easily at home. And this one here, this one's organic, because a lot of people are eating more organic. So even in an old-time category, we're seeing new and different. We also want to save time in the kitchen. We're all looking for solutions to how do we get a meal on quickly. And I love this. It's a noodle bowl. It's got the Thai flavoring of satay, but everything you need to make this dish is right here. You just take this package. There are a couple of packets that you mix in with the noodles, put it in the microwave, and you've got noodle satay. An interesting dish, a tasty dish, and you made it really, really easily. Taste isn't the only thing, though, that's changing. We've got an item like this. This is a tuna fish, and what's being marketed to the shopper here is really interesting because a lot of us are concerned with health, and when it comes to tuna, a lot of times we talk about mercury content. So this one proclaims that it has lower mercury in all the ways that's healthier. And they also talk about the way the tuna is fished, so it's friendlier to the oceans, it's more sustainable. And again, shoppers care about that. We bring that environmental thought into paper goods. Napkins, right? What could be new with napkins? We've been buying them forever. But these napkins are 100% made of recyclable products. So you're buying a napkin and it's that much healthier for Mother Earth. And the same thing even with a dish detergent. Again, we bought it forever, but this one is biodegradable, much healthier for the environment. So whether it's taste, whether it's packaging and the way we prepare it, new flavors, or environmental efforts, or organics, the center store is changing on us, changing with our taste, changing with our lifestyles, and giving us all new reasons to walk down those aisles and maybe look past some of the products we buy week after week. We'll be right back.
Who makes store brands? We hired a famous detective to find out. He snooped here, and he snooped there. And what he found was in many cases, the same company that made the national brand made the store brands too. Wow! Then he found that many store brands are made by manufacturers who specialize in store brands, experts in working with retailers to give you great products at great savings. Wow! But most important, he found that store brands have to meet the same government standards as the national brands. What's the difference between store brands and national brands? Usually, only the price. Store brands. Be your own detective.
Welcome back. We're here with Angie White. Angie has a really interesting job. Angie, you study food trends, how products are developed, new tastes, and I think this is so cool. I have just been talking about a lot of the new products and tastes we're finding in the middle of the supermarket. Things like Thai food, or where health and organics are coming in. What are some of the trends that you guys have seen really emerging over the past couple years?
You know, you really have to look all over the place. There are some trends that you see that start in the restaurants as chefs experimenting and they're playing with different food flavors, cuisine types, and then bringing it to the mainstream, and then you see the food pick it up. But we've really seen a lot of the natural and organic food brands in that space. They're picking up trends, and it's driving what you're seeing in kind of your brands that you think of, or in just food in general, that aren't in the organic space. But really, when looking at trends, you look at economic factors that are happening in the world, cultural, things that are happening in tech, things that are just happening in the way that we live, the way that we talk to our neighbors and our communities, and really looking at what is shifting in the culture that we're living in and how that's going to impact what we're eating, how we're eating in the years ahead.
A lot of folks probably assume that their diet really doesn't change that much, that they're buying the same products now that they bought 5 years ago. But in truth, we're actually always changing.
Yeah.
And how have you seen us? Are we eating better these days than we used to? Are we getting more vitamins and nutrients? Or are you satisfied with what you're seeing out of us?
Probiotics is a really big market right now, and it's poised to grow. It's just getting started, and you're seeing it in a lot of things. Some interesting new ways. There's juices, there are ice cream, there are chips that you can eat that are probiotic infused. So you're seeing it in different foods so that no matter where you're snacking or where you're eating, you're getting your needs.
I'm going to get some.
So you're going to get some probiotics.
My mother is behind this. I'm convinced about this. The thing everybody is going to want to know.
Yeah.
What's coming next? Where do you see the next round of food trends? Is it beet
Sure.
chips or is it other? Give me some stuff that I'm going to get really excited about.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think one that's really interesting is call it Wake and Cake, where it is
Wake and Cake.
So this is a trend that is focused on a couple of studies that have come out that have really proven that a little bit of chocolate to start your day, it
Liking this.
gets your mind going, so you're thinking a little bit more clearer, a little sharper in the morning, and it's also a way to ward off snacking at night. So it's just getting you a little bit of taste in the morning of chocolate, something sweet.
Angie, thank you for joining us. This has been both educational and I got to tell you, I'm looking forward to chocolate with my breakfast. That's a good one. All good stuff to learn about the new trends and about the ways that we are eating. Someday in the near future, imagine this. You walk into your supermarket, you pick out all the items you want to buy, and you don't stop going out the door. You just walk right through those doors, right to your car, unload everything, and you head home. What did you forget to do? You never paid. And here's the thing, that's not science fiction. It's coming really soon because of emerging technologies. But until it happens, there's been a lot of change in how we pay for our groceries. There was a time not that long ago where everybody paid cash. It was pretty straightforward. Then checks took over. But as you probably have noticed, no one pretty much writes a check at the supermarket anymore. Now most of us are using what's called electronic payments or credit or debit cards. And you're beginning to see at the checkout the next wave. You notice it especially among younger shoppers. They take their smartphone and tap it against the device near the check stand. Digital money is coming, and it's coming really fast. But for the time being, most of us are using credit and debit cards, and there have been changes there. If you use a debit card, for instance, when you swipe it, you usually get a choice. And you probably never think about this. You can either sign or you can use a PIN. Well, here's a bit of advice for you. When you talk to the various banking associations, they will tell you the more secure way of payment, safer for you and your account, is to use your PIN. So yes, signing is awfully easy, but PIN is a little bit more secure and worth doing. And if you're using a credit card, you certainly have noticed over the last year the addition of that chip. It's called an EMV. But the big change has been that instead of swiping, you now insert it in a slot and you wait a couple of seconds for it to clear. I know it's a little bit more time, but again, the banks are telling us it's a much more secure way of paying. So it may be worth those couple seconds just to keep your accounts a little bit safer. But here again, we go to the supermarket all the time. We don't think about how it's constantly changing. But in a matter of just a few decades, we've gone from one way of paying for our groceries to a completely new way, and we know more stuff is coming. So until they have those stores where we don't have to go to the cash register at all, keep an eye on all those choices you have, because it's a dynamic system using all the modern technologies. Well, that's another episode of Shopping with Michael. We took a good look today at the products in the center of the store, how they used to be, how they're changing today, and what the future might look like. And at the same time, how we pay for our groceries, what that used to be like, what it's like today, and where that's going. And let's be honest, some of that stuff in the future looks really, really interesting. This is Michael Sansolo. I'll see you next time.